That's you.
Huh?
Yeah. Wow.
But then the mood changes. There are threats of murder.
Who wants to kill me? The girl.
Quem quer matar ele?
He wants to kill me.
Ele tá com medo. Because she's scared.
Did you hear that? The girl wants to kill me because she's scared.
Here, we're outside the protection of Brazilian law.
We were in Suruwaha land. Their laws applied. Had we been killed on that spot, the Brazilian government would not have punished those Indians.
Then a brave girl offers her hand to Paul,
Thank you.
and the threat is gone.
Very good. What a trick.
Simple items we've brought intrigue them. Books, boots, and modern technology. Over the next week, I learn how important physical appearance is to the Suruwaha. The body paint made of ground berries is one way of enhancing their beauty. Another is grooming each other.
Yep, they don't have any hair, but I do.
There are only 155 Suruwaha, but they believe they are the perfect race, and their existence appears idyllic. They marry for life, but not Agnew. The strength of young warriors is tested in a wrestling match called the Woolly Monkey Ritual. Agnew is barely out of his teens and eager to prove himself as a man. The Suruwaha have no chiefs. The men earn respect by becoming good hunters. Here, Agnew is arming a blowpipe with poison darts.
So this is one of the marvels of Stone Age technology. Okay. You ready?
You're seeing almost like the most wonderful movie you could ever see in your life. They live caught in some kind of bubble of thousands of years ago.
Okay. Oh man, my head is spinning.
men from the Suruwaha fan out across the dense jungle, hunting for monkeys, birds and wild pigs.
Finding prey in this jungle is tough enough, but keeping up with these guys is even harder. We've been walking all day, probably 5 hours. They've got to be the fittest men in the world. That's it.
The fresh food makes them among the healthiest people on Earth. There are very few diseases, but I also notice that there are very few old people.
Well, the average life expectancy here is just 35, but it's not because of bad health. I've just found out this is home to one of the most extreme and bizarre euthanasia practices on the planet.
Agnew confesses that he plans to commit suicide before he reaches 30. He'll kill himself by taking a deadly poison made from a ground-up root.
This is a true suicide cult. I wondered, what is the reason for this?
Why do so many people take the poison?
Wahijani explains why they kill themselves, to be reunited with their relatives in the afterlife. His brother and sister have already taken the poison.
So right now I'm being painted with uruku. It is vibrantly red, and it's because the Suluwaha believe it's the most beautiful colour in the world. It's not this I'm worried about, it's the initiation that comes next.
Every night they inhale a potent drug called kumadi, made from tree bark. Even the children take it. I wasn't given a choice.
A little bit worried. Oh man, my head is spinning now. Suluwaha believe it opens the door to the spiritual world. I don't know if you can see, but I'm starting to sweat. My feet are tingling and numb. My hands are equally as numb.
The more I got to know them, the clearer it became that there were other, more disturbing practices. These lost tribes encourage the murder of disabled children.
The Suruwaha believe that children born with birth defects or born to a single mother are evil spirits and they have to be killed in the most gruesome way possible. They take these poor little innocent babes out into the jungle to be eaten alive by wild beasts or jaguars, or they bury them alive. This is one of the worst human rights violations in the world.
In Brazil's biggest city, Sao Paulo, we find one little girl who survived. Ganani was born with cerebral palsy. When she was a baby, her mother was forced to leave her in the jungle to be eaten by jaguars. Later, she went back.
She came back to save her because she loved her daughter so much.
They made their way through the jungle and eventually to safety. A Brazilian health official took them in.
Do you believe that infanticide still occurs within the Sulawaha?
I wish they didn't, but I think that they still do.
I believe this is one of the most profound questions facing the world today. What to do with these Stone Age tribes? To let them live as they have for thousands of years, protected from outside, or to let them come out into our modern world?
Agnew is already wondering what lies outside the jungle. There is good and evil in this lost world. But there are no easy answers as to what will or should